Hello and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 1st of November for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now, as ever, I'm going to give the major strands of this week before diving deep into each of the zodiac signs. So please stay with me. Of course, this is a new month and it begins with the Sun in an electric opposition to Uranus. The Sun is in Scorpio, which is a fixed sign, and so is Uranus in Taurus. So there's a polarity there. But Uranus is about change and fixed signs is about continuity. So when it comes to shared resources, Scorpio, everyday money, Taurus, spending decisions, or close devotional relationships, alliances, where we're most invested, there could be the need to make some changes. But also this week we're seeing a new moon in Scorpio, and because of the energy of Uranus, it's a fine time to think outside the box and be more innovative in our approach. But if something is very rigid or we're resisting something in our lives, perhaps because we are a little bit fearful of change, then there could be a tension that builds up over the next 3 or 4 weeks of this new moon. But also at the very start of this week, Mercury and Jupiter continue to forge an awesome alliance. So if there is something you need to talk about around a business situation, that can be very helpful. Now, later in the week, there is some big action too, because Mercury dives deep into the sign of Scorpio on Friday. In fact, on Wednesday, it comes out of shadow, really bringing to the end the retrograde period in the sign of Libra. But once it goes into Scorpio, it's not so much what people are saying, it's what they really mean. And Mercury in Scorpio helps us to decipher what's not obvious. But also Venus moves on the same day into a long duration in the sign of Capricorn. Now, ordinarily, Venus takes around 28 days to pass through each zodiac sign. But it's going to be in Capricorn through to the 6th of March. So this is a really extensive transit. Now, Venus in Capricorn can make us think very seriously about our responsibilities in relationships, but it also suggests in a professional context that if we can build up alliances based on goodwill and diplomacy, that can be a very good thing to go for. But almost immediately at the end of this week, Mars and Saturn are in a rather chaffing right angle. So even if we are talking with some urgency about a financial or a relationship matter, Saturn in the sector of the future, in this particular situation, that could see us limited in some way around some of our choices, or that's how it can feel. So please stay with me for your deep dive video. But remember, if you'd like to get your free daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, please see the subscription link beneath this video. Also, if you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. And if you want to get your year 22 personal forecast, if you order it now, you can get the rest of this year free, plus a character analysis and 30% off. Thank you so much. Hello Leo, and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 1st of November. We've got a big week this week because of course there is a new moon, and it's in your sector of the home, the family. How you feel about things, emotions, your sense of security, be it physical or in that more deeply personal context. And this new moon is in opposition with Uranus. So it suggests that there could be some changes at home, but also in your wider world. Or if you are thinking about putting more focus on the foundations of your world, any strand to do with nurture, there may be some sudden demands in terms of your time, perhaps to do with your professional situation. But Mercury also moves on Friday into the sign of Scorpio, joining with the Sun. Obviously the moon was there on the new moon, and Mars. And this combination of the 4th house is really going to see you thinking a lot about your perhaps identity, your emotional identity, your roots. For some Leos, this would be a fabulous time to start investigating your family tree, getting a clearer idea of how your place in this world has evolved over many generations. For others, it could be considerations around property matters. For some Leos, I think they may even be thinking around working from home, perhaps based on technology or your own business, which gives you the flexibility to work around the family, especially if you have small children to consider. And at the start of this week, there's also a terrific link between Jupiter and Mercury, which runs over from last time. So some kind of connection in a very positive way at the start of this week. But with Venus going into the sign of Capricorn on Friday and going to be there through till the 6th of March, your connections around your work are going to be very important. And there may be one colleague or one person you encounter through your job who can actually become much more important in your life. Not necessarily romantically. It may be someone who's quite giving and supportive and a caring person in a practical way, or that part of your nature can also come to the fore. Leo people are often very generous and kind, and exchanging those kindnesses during that period of time can be something that can be very fulfilling. But there is a sharp right angle at the end of the week, it is true, between Mars and Saturn. And if there is somebody close to you who's not tuning into your evolving need for nurture, that could leave you feeling a little, rejected or neglected. It's quite a stark right angle, Mars and Saturn. It does create an immediate sense of limitation because Mars is about action. So even if you're trying to do something around your home to improve it and you're talking to a contractor, maybe their availability or their attitude can impact on how you feel. But by the end of this week, I just feel that you are moving into a period of greater reflection. And if you can accept that, then there's a lot to gain over the next few weeks.